How embarrassing. Yeah, and then I was like, oh, stop, restart. Sorry, my bad. All right, anyway, we're back now.
Right, guys, that's exclamation mark complaint.
Yes, that's my favorite command, exclamation point. That one you could blame that one on me.
It's probably because I'm
Freaked out.
We're all drinking. We don't understand what's going
I
on.
just had like a sip of this. But yeah, anyway.
You're cut off.
All right.
All right then. So yeah, you guys each have your bubble worms, and you feel pretty. So you finally get a moment to like examine the cavern that you're in, right? And you can look up. You can see like the hole in the ceiling where you guys just fell through, and of course you're surrounded by all this like rubbish from the room above, and you look around and you're okay. Picture Indiana Jones 2, Kalima Temple.
Yeah. Easy.
You are kind of in what looks a little bit like that. You're in a chasm. There's like a chasm down below either side, and there's like this rope bridge leading off for like just in the distance. Looks like it goes a long way. But below,
lady, we going for a ride.
yeah, but below looks like. Below it looks like you can hear like the sound of picks on ore, and you can see like a bunch of slaves of all different races all working down in this kind of like mine area. And the rope bridge is actually there's actually a man standing there at this point. He has like a staff. He looks pretty much like a wizard because he's got like a long
Speaking
cape.
of wizards, thank you so much, Wiz D&D. Thank you so much for the follow, my friend. Welcome. You are a gentleman and a scholar of the highest
It's
order.
Wiz D&D standing before us.
Oh, hello.
Hey.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
You followed us all this way.
Thank you so much, buddy.
So yeah, he's standing there. He has like a staff in one hand. He's bald, but he has these tattoos of like eyes all on his forehead. Like there's about 10 eyes you can make out, all tattooed onto his forehead. Bold standing there in some robes, and he's human.
So total of 12 eyes.
Total of 12 eyes, yeah. But only 2 of them are real. And he's the first human that you guys have seen in the Underdark, aside from your guys. Davra, yeah.
And he's on the other side of a rope tunnel or a rope bridge.
No, he's just standing very close to you guys. In fact, he's kind of just clearly been attracted by the sound of the falling rubble, and he's standing there at the forefront of the rope bridge. And yeah.
Okay.
Can he see us?
Yep, he's looking.
I
straight
hope
at
so.
you
He's got
guys.
10 eyes.
Yeah, it's embarrassingly good.
All right, so do you guys see that?
You would. I'd kind of mouth at you. Can you hear yet?
What?
Yeah, is his hearing bad?
Speak up.
All right.
Do you guys see that?
I go to cover his mouth.
Do you go?
Just out of curiosity, Vizaran, again, I've murdered his name. He talked about another wizard. Was he called Grumpf?
His name was Grumpf. Yes.
Does this guy match that guy's description?
No, Grumpf should be a dark elf.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, he should be a drow.
I will go to draw my axe and then struggle, obviously.
Yeah,
yeah.
you can't get out. Yeah.
So I'll turn it into like a hair stroke or something.
Hello.
So I will speak in common to him because I've seen he's a human. Hello.
Looks at the three of you. Hello. What are you doing here?
What?
We seem to have had a minor floor problem. Is this your house?
What?
Yes, this is the house of Karazikar.
Close. That's close.
We are sorry for intruding.
What's wrong with him?
He's
What's he saying?
He's had some problems. He doesn't appear to be able to hear us anymore.
We ran into some trouble in the abyss, and he cannot hear. Pay no attention to him, please.
What's the dark elf saying? Is he saying something bad about me?
So you're not here to meet Karazikar?
We had originally planned to.
Deception check.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Let's see if this guy believes you. On 11, he says, "We had not planned on any new visitors?
Well, we have traveled far to see him, but if he is not in the mood for any other presents, we should be going.
Well, how do you intend to leave?
Through the gate. And then he like puts his staff forward, kind of thing, like I'm just heading out of here.
Yeah, so like the only way out is like past him on this rope bridge, essentially.
Yeah.
So he's just kind of standing, like he puts his staff into the ground and says, "I think not. You can meet with Karazikar and he will decide your fate."
I look him deadpan and I say, you're not getting bubbles. And then I clutch my groin.
And he says, "Come, my name is Shedrack. You will meet the master."
What's happening?
Good. We came seeking a cure for our friend, so perhaps he may assist us. He's been bewitched.
And he goes over to Orin and kind of looks him.
I
And
back
then he
up.
like mutters under his breath something like, "Kalima, Kalima."
He takes my heart.
And then he
Come, that's your
sacrifices.
You can't
India's
draw my heart. Actually, all weapons are all weapons aren't moving. So I go
yeah.
to draw my sword, and it just kind of just like I yank my scabbard about, and then I undo my belt, and I rip the scabbard off of
Yeah.
like the belts through the belt loops, and I
Yes,
kind of hold it with the
fall
belt
down.
dangling with the because it doesn't really have a sheath. It kind of just goes into a ring, but that's fused together right now. So I'm like holding the sword to his throat,
Nice.
with the belt dangling and my pants, and holding up my pants with my left hand.
Awesome. So yeah,
What is he saying?
and then like as he finishes casting this spell, Orin, your like hearing suddenly returns to you.
Say, oh God, sorry.
You've
And I-
been yelling.
I go to put my like awkwardly, thank you, and I like go to like weave the belt or the baldric back through my my pants, my trousers.
And Nero says, you have cured him. How can we thank you? What is your name, sir?
My name is Shedrack. You can thank me by meeting the master. Now come, we must meet his holiness. And he turns and starts walking along this rope bridge.
Good.
Could somebody inform me what just happened? Who is he? Where are we going?
We
I just put my fingers to my lips and say, this isn't our house. We should be polite.
Oh, so
Yeah, you-
be quiet.
Yeah, you can. Orin, now you can hear like the sounds of like hundreds of picks down below in
Oh.
like, the chasm. These like slaves or workers, not necessarily slaves, I guess, but people working
Awkward.
below. And they're all races. They're like there's even some humans down here as well as like deep gnomes. Even a couple of drow probably. Yeah.
All right.
yeah, I have no idea where we are either. So I look back to Orin and I say, wherever we are, it doesn't matter. We're going to play along because I need medical attention.
So yeah, he starts leading you guys across this rope bridge, which is pretty rickety, really. And as you're going across it, you see more of these people working down below, and he says, "They work for the master, for his love."
the masters.
Mamba Madness donates £5. Last one. Now have fun, Moss. It's your turn.
Oh, thank you so much,
Thank
Mama
you
Madness.
so much.
It was
generous.
given and then snatched away. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Insomniacs Inc. donates
Oh my
£20.
God.
Poop
my Lord.
pot. The three worms, fat, stinky, drooling stupidity. Happy older brother worm burrows out of the ground with 3 saddles on his back. He says more things. He's waiting across the
sounds
bridge.
like-
Magical mount for when the party leaves.
Oh my good lord, that's awesome.
Oh my
Thank you so much.
Use that.
Thank you so much. So yeah, once again, Poot Pot, the 3 worms, fat, stinky, drooling stupidly happy older brother worm burrows out of the ground with 3 saddles on its back. He's waiting across the bridge. Magical mount for when the party leaves. So we have a giant worm, like 3-saddled worm mount
in
named Poopot.
our repertoire.
Oh
So,
my
yeah,
god,
like-
thank you so much, Insomniac Inc. Thank you. Insomniac Inc., guys, check him out, insomniacinc.com, I believe it is. Check out his awesome modules he has written. He's written a couple cool ones that you can download for free. Fishing for Strayed's Gallows. No, what was it? It's Fishing
for Gods and Strayed's Gallows.
Yeah, Fishing for Gods and Strayed's Gallows, as well as A Sun Goes Down with a Ruby Smile. You can get at his website as well as ours, encounterroleplay.com. So check that out, guys. Thank you so much, Rem. Thanks, buddy.
And remember, Madness, that roll is 2247. So let me look this up and I'll describe everything which happens to the party. So essentially, yeah, you guys, as you're walking across this bridge, like the worms, like in around your bodies, wherever you've got them, they start kind of like circling once again, and then you see just off in the distance, like this big burrow kind of come up, and you see there's a big, fat, kind of drooling purple worm slobbering like ichor everywhere, just on the other side of the bridge.
Gross.
And it's just kind of there, kind of like turns its blind face
Like
towards
as
you
you're walking
guys.
away
Mike
from
would
it.
say, that's gross.
Yeah, and true. And the worms, you feel an affinity with the worms. It also has these saddles in its back. So yeah, you can tell that
They
this
probably
is.
all finally break eye contact with us and just kind of like look
Yeah,
over
they
to this
look
new
over
one.
at their friend, their brother. So on 2247, we can't forget that as well, because that will come into play a lot more next. Okay, on 2247 says Caster's home now has aluminium siding.
What?
So we'll I guess we'll translate that.
You have a full
to-
set of plate mail.
Yeah,
We could
so-
we could always opposite day it if you want, just minus that number from 10,000.
Go on then. So this for the amount of generosity that's been shown tonight, let's do some extra maths. So why don't you take that away? So that's what,
Since it is opposite day.
7753.
3. Okay.
I would not have done that math. I would have been like 8863.
17.
Yeah.
All right.
That makes sense to
Oh
me.
my god, this is brilliant.
Is it a good
So
one?
7753. So so
Oh my
Moss,
God, what a day.
so you feel a change in your stomach. This probably has something to do with the worm being around that kind of area,
No!
right?
Oh,
So the
hello.
wild magic surge forms in this way. You feel a huge like change in your stomach, like it's like some weird bowel movements going on there. You've got no idea what the worm is doing to you in there, and you sense like this like magic within you, and you sense like everything, like all the food which you've been eating, is actually not going like through your system. It's just being stored in there.
All the
And it's
bugs
become-
and the dirt that you've been eating.
Yeah, it's become its own entrance into a different dimension. It's in fact a bag of holding for the next D4 days. Dehydration 4. Yeah, so for the next D4 days, your stomach is a bag of holding. So roll me a D4 and see how many days your stomach is a bag of holding.
I have no words.
Thank you so much,
That's
Mamba
2
Madness, for this. 2 days. So the next 2 days, Moss's stomach is a bag of holding, ladies and gentlemen, and they now have a
We know where to
giant
keep the eggs.
worm
Yeah, oh jeez.
poot pot to
pot?
for them to ride upon, which is incredible. It's been incredible.
Old
time.
pooty pot.
Oh, booty pot.
So yeah, Shedrak kind of raises an eyebrow. And, like he looks at Moss. It's like he can sense some magic going on there. And he just kind of like shakes his head, like, no, that's impossible. And then, it's not
This
possible.
dwarf.
And he turns away and it starts leading you towards further along this bridge. So basically the bridge dissects at one point. One way leads off into the cavern where Pootpot is sitting, ready to ride away. And towards the right, where he leads you, you in fact see something great before you. And I'll in fact take you to a map for this one, because
Ooh.
it's not that we'll probably have time for the actual mappage today, but it's pretty cool. So you guys are.
Whoop, hold on. I'm going to stop you right there. I'm going to let you finish, but
Oh.
Mamba Madness donates
Oh, no.
£5. Damn. Okay, last one now. Let's see if we can get something good for Neros.
Okay.
Oh my gosh! Thank you
Oh
so
my
much for the
goodness.
£25 today, Mamba Madness, for all 5 of your crazy
generous.
wild magic searchers.
So
Thank you
generous.
guys,
I've
everybody.
already rendered us completely defenseless, but
Yeah, let's scoot up for a second to the
He's
other
broken us
overlay.
down.
If I can, it's
Too
broken.
funny.
It's broken. So the other overlay says, guys, we are at 68 pounds. 68, 61. We are 40. We're almost 30 away from another level, and we started at 61 pounds when we started. That's amazing, guys. Thank you so much. Today
So generous.
has been amazing.
It's been an incredible game so far, but it's not over just yet. So
No,
yeah,
it's
I don't know
not.
if you can see the roll 20, guys. You see that all right?
I don't want to, but yeah, I do.
and it is opposite day, so whatever I roll, we subtract from 10,000 rather than having it.
Yeah, that is true.
Exactly.
That is true.
Let's move you guys. You guys are like here.
Oh my god, I sent it in
Have you-
chat. I'm an embarrassment.
It's all right.
Well, now everyone knows.
Ratchosphere donates
Oh, no.
another £5. Can I do one for Will's next monster?
Yes, you can. Patch, you're gonna like what this is.
Yeah. I think we've seen. I've actually never
Oh,
encountered
no.
one of these ever
So
in
you can see
my
this
D&D
around.
career, but I see it,
Oh,
which is awesome.
So yeah, you want to move up so check and see if I can this one. But yeah, there is a giant beholder in front of the party. It's got 10 tentacles, it's 10 eyes coming out of it, just the same as Shedrak's head tattoo, the 10 eyes on it to show his allegiance to his master Karazikar.
Jesus.
And so yeah, and of course there are these like yeah, I know, and there are
Carl,
these
this is actually a very
blades.
iconic, epic Dungeons & Dragons monster, so you
Cool.
should be very honored that we are even meeting one. This is crazy.
It's insane.
Look how
Um,
small we are.
No.
Yeah, but you guys are tiny in comparison to this
This is
giant
us.
beast. It's
I'd
a,
have
so
thought
if you
my
guys have
good
never
spider legs.
if you guys have never seen a beholder before, you've never heard of one, then
No.
this is what it is. It is a flying ball of like flesh, and it's got a giant one eye in the center, and it's got a giant mouth, and it can speak and talk, and it has these 10 tentacles sprouting out like an insect, and each of these tentacles has an eye on it. There's a total of 10 eyes, and each of these eyes has a different power. So one of the eyes is like a death ray. One of the eyes can see through invisibility. One of the eyes can do like there's 10 different things which you do. This thing is like a classic D&D monster. They are terrifying, and one of the most powerful creatures in throughout history of the D&D. It's
Yep,
so much fun.
Disintegration beam. Yep.
Yeah,
Shinpi. You were right. Shinpai.
It's
Yep.
so much fun to get to include this in the game. So, Neros, why don't you give me a D10,000? And I will also roll my
Try.
own D10,000.
Drew, Ratchosphere has also posted a link of a not top-down beholder. If you want to take a look at
Yes.
one in chat as well.
The creepiest
What is
looking
it?
beholder
What is
I've
it?
ever
Will?
seen.
So happy.
Slash one. Slash
Forward
one
slash
D10,000.
R 1d10,000.
/R space 1
Oh,
D10,000.
R.
Yep. 'Cause you got to tell it to roll.
Yeah.
One space D10,000.
So let's
Yep.
see. I rolled 3, 8, 7.
Slashes means you're you're giving it a command. The
Right.
R means what command. Space is how much. You rolled a 1,
Oh wow!
Oh,
Wow.
wow!
which is actually
class.
opposite day.
Jesus.
Which is it's so
Opposite.
I rolled
Oh my god! Oh no! This
9,999.
one is so bad. This one is so bad. I swear
I
this is
rolled
the
a-
worst one.
It's
Wait,
opposite day.
this is
so
for
it's,
Neros, though, right?
No, opposite day's even worse.
it's 9,999. Or
It should be 10,000.
No, it should be
Just
10,000.
You can't roll a 0.
So this is Neros's, right? Not
This is Neros.
not the new creepy
So-
one.
Guys, so 10,000. I'm going to read this one out. So for everyone in
Uh-huh.
chat and for you guys, 10,000 on the D10,000 Wild Magic Stage table. Thanks to Opposite Day and thanks to Mamba's donation. The nearest star explodes in a massive supernova.
Perfect.
That's it. That's all. You
that
figure it
is-
out from there. Holy shit.
You've just destroyed a star, Mamba.
Does that mean when we get back to the surface, it's gonna be eternal darkness?
I tell you what this means.
Which
right?
means our season 2 Broken Kingdoms
Yeah.
is going to be a dark, burnt surface.
So here's what happens because in this universe, with the Broken Kingdom universe of Atonica, which is my homebrew world, which is the first season of the Broken Kingdom campaign, there are different stars in this, and a star is basically heaven, right? And so one of these is called Asgard. One of these is Asgard, a kind of Viking-inspired name. And Asgard is basically its own planet, but in this universe, it's seen as another dimension because there's no way of space travel in this world, right? And so basically, you've just destroyed heaven. That means...
Mamba, you're awesome.
That
That's
is...
what that means.
Oh,
Well, that means everybody's going to check out and say hi to Elvis, because he is the Herald of the Dead.
Nice.
That is game changing.
That is canon changing.
That is canon changing.
Yeah.
I had some things planned for the season 2 of Broken Kingdoms, and now they're going to be completely more awesome and different. So thank you so much, guys, for your donations tonight. But they do.
God.
Rem is very right. They do have a pet worm. Mamba Kill is fucking forever.
That's right.
Lest we forget.
Lest we forget.
Oh my god,
dear, that was
Asgard.
Yeah.
Peace. Peace, Asgard.
Peace. We're done.
Holy crap. What a night. All right, so we're looking at
So basically, like, you probably don't feel anything happen down in the Underdark at this point.
I just think it's my belly. I feel a bit of a
Yeah,
gurgle.
Got some gas.
There are so many notes I have to write down from this episode.
Yeah. What table you can scroll down to the donation section, you'll find a D10,000 Wild Magic Surge table. There you go.
How's it going, Joe? Welcome.
Track on. Yeah, good to see you, Joe. So, and this beholder rolled 3, 8, 5, 7, and then we check what that is real quick.
I just
How
want to
are we
address
not done
Mamba.
yet?
I just want to address Mamba Madness. No, you didn't ruin anything. There's no such thing as ruining a D&D game. There is just adding new twists and turns. Here at Encounter Roleplay, we're very... we like to preach the theory of yes and. As most actors would on stage, we here at Encounter Roleplay take any offer thrown at us, whether it is a roleplay offer or one done in chat, and roll with it. So there's plenty of times where we, as players and as chat, have screwed with our other friend, our other Dungeon Master friend, Mitch, when we destroyed his NPC. Same with Josh when we destroyed his NPC. But yes, no, you didn't ruin anything. You've just made conflict, and you've just made it more interesting. So don't you worry about it.
It has been raised my attention. Yeah, and also it should be opposite. It has been drawn to my attention by Ampale and Better. Yes, he rolled 1. It wasn't actually like a D10,000 roll. He did actually just roll a 1 due to a slight error in what you rolled there, Colin. But I think that it's cool enough. It's the rule of cool, guys, and there's been like Amanda has donated an incredible amount of money tonight, so I think we should definitely go with that hilarious, ridiculous honor the roll, even if it wasn't put in correctly. We should honor this decision and have because it's just too cool. I don't want to. I don't want to.
You've already read it. You've already explained it. We've already. It's gone. It's past. You're used to it.
It's the rule of cool, guys. That's what we're all about.
Awesome.
So
yeah,
even
yes
though it's wrong slightly different.
But
then yes, and indeed. So that's what we're all about. So
hashtag blame Colin.
Blame Colin. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Hashtagging.
Let's pretend
that's
that
right. Next, keep it cool.
That's awesome.
So let me see. So it would be 6125. Yeah, I guess. Let's see what that is.
That's what your role is, right?
Yeah, this is what the beholder rolled. 6 for Ratchet's donation. 6125. Yes. Oh my god, this is brilliant.
D&D post-apocalyptic world. That's amazing.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Who can say they destroyed stuff? So, as you guys see this beholder, this giant red beholder in front of you, these 10 tentacles, like as something happens in your stomach, Moss, as a star explodes, as heaven explodes, there is huge, like, cataclysmic effects, not only in the world, but in all magical creatures, essentially. And so the beholder it just sprouts. It starts like this wing starts like tearing out of one of its shoulder blades, out the side of it, and it just has like this one demonic wing which just starts flapping, and then all of its eye tentacles just like turn towards the wing. They're like, "What the hell is going on here?" And you can see concern on its face and its eye as it's got this like new wing. Like usually it doesn't need one to keep it aloft; it just floats. But now it has like this one big giant demonic wing flapping at its side. So the beholder is now a winged beholder,
Oh my god.
and the star has just exploded, and they now have a pet worm mount to ride away into the sunset on.
What else happened? We also have a bag of holding stomach. We also have. What did I have? I couldn't hear. I went deaf.
And
We
can't use
can't draw our
we can't-
weapons.
Can't draw our weapons. Oh my god. This is the next encounter.
We have a magical pet worm, and just a pet worm mount. We have our own mummy kid worms that we are nestling on our persons.
Oh my god, Atonica.
Dear God, Atonica has been changed forever. This
Oh my
is
God.
a landmark episode.
Wait,
on
hold
account
on.
of- Oh no. Oh,
Mama
no.
Madness
Oh, Mama
donates £5. So can I destroy more stars, or do I have to save the adventurers? Or do I save the
Yeah.
adventurers and find out with this roll?
Let's-
Heart.
Should we find out? I guess we probably should.
I guess we should find out. That's
Our
you,
characters'
probably, right?
gods are Mamba. We worship you, Mamba
We worship-
Madness.
Yeah, I know.
We'll
Send
start
us-
doing the mamba.
Send us a blessing.
Should I send us a sign and we'll start doing the mama?
I'll just whisper him and find out where he wants it to go.
Sure.
Orin.
To Orin, alright.
All right, Oren, give me that roll.
Oh
This is
my
insanity.
gosh. Mama
Insane.
Madness, thank you so much for so much fun tonight. Roll space 1 D10,000.
Oh dear Lord.
Bing. Come on, there it is.
870. So
0.
reverse goes opposite, eh? Thanks to
Ah,
Ratch.
crap. 230.
So, no. It should D10,000. It should be. So take that away from.
Oh,
10,000. So 10,000 minus 870.
3,230? No.
9,130.
Yeah, that's
There
what
we
I
go.
said. That's why I went to math.
You were
really
close, Gord.
Math, I'm mathematic, not mathematic.
Inspiration.
Exclamation complaint.
So 9130. 9130, yeah.
Yeah.
Is. Oh my god. So who here is still injured?
Me?
All of you are injured at some capacity, aren't you?
Yep. I still
Like
have
all of you
2 hit
probably
points.
have like some like blood going on, like bleeding a little bit, right?
Yeah, some kind of
um,
blood. Yeah.
All of you
very
guys,
almost dead.
like, so basically,
Turn
this
into
is a
Squids.
this is an effect.
So this is all going on in the rickety bridge, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
We're all like,
Yeah.
this is a hell of a bridge.
Yeah, it really is. So this is a consequence of a star exploding, of like a huge cataclysmic change in the
Yeah.
order of the world, the universe, essentially. You guys, like, you're just infected with some kind of madness from some wild magic surges all around the world. You guys are convinced that you're dying. Like, even like someone has a little cut on their finger. Like Davra has like a
Yeah.
little cut on her finger. She's convinced that she's dying. She's like running against a rope bridge, and she's like, just tell my
can't go on.
tell my family, tell my family what
Yeah.
I love. You guys are
Oh my god.
convinced. So how do you guys express this conviction that you're dying?
I probably grab my ear because it probably split, probably from like some like maybe hitting my head or something. It was probably split in some of the action, and I go aye, and I grab my ear and I'll fall to the rickety bridge, and I go give me a Neros, Moss. I need you to do me a favor. Tell me,
Of course. Good.
when you meet her, tell her I love her. Tell Dahlia as well. And I'm like bleeding. I'm like holding my ear. Aye! Right in the ear.
What's Neros doing? How does Neros think he dies?
Neros sees this, and he wasn't affected by that at first, and then all of a sudden he looks at himself and he sees all these like wounds and realizes that he's hurt, and he realizes he's dying, and he starts panicking, and he puts him to rest even though he's still alive,
Skip left,
panics.
right. That
Yeah.
you think you know how.
and he panics, and the girl that he's been seeking after, his matron, her name is Sokka, and he just shouts from the top of his lungs, he says, "Sokka, I have failed you!" And he bull rushes, and he runs through this rickety bridge, and he bull rushes past this wizard, and he just starts panicking and like freaks out, and then as he reaches the end of the bridge, he just collapses.
It sounds like flailing in a defeated
Yeah.
shadow box. Yeah. Just falls
awesome.
over.
What
It's
about
like, I
Moss?
am a failure.
So Moss is going to curl up on the bridge in the fetal position. He's going to reach down into his pants.
Strong.
He's going to pull out his purple worm, and he's going to start
my bet
he
nuzzling
is.
it, rub it against his own face, and call it, "Bubbles, I'm not long of this world. May I long never forget your touch against my face. Thank you for the time we have spent together. I will never forget. You will live long in this world, and you will grow large, but I miss you." And I'll just start incessantly talking to it on the floor, saying my goodbyes.
Good lord.
The grief process hits him quickly.
Oh my god.
Question: is the beholder bleeding from where the wing sprout out? That's very true, Shin. So, Skagif, thank you, my friend. Have a good night, Skagif, and he wishes you the best of luck with your Nat 20, Moss.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. I've not used it this session, but I will use it, and I'll make sure I call you out when I do. Thank you.
So yeah, the beholder is in fact bleeding from this wing which is sprouted, and like you see all of its like eyes like looking at one another, like frantically kind of turning, and it begins to like wobble. It's like the kind of placebo effect where it thinks it's dying,
Yeah.
and so it's like it stops floating, like it believes that it's lost the power to fly, and it just begins like screaming out in this demonic kind of voice which echoes around the caverns. And you see all of the people working the mines down below, his like followers. They begin like kneeling and praying for him to survive. Like his hundreds of choruses of voices like chanting, "Karazikar, Karazikar," and Shedrack is also down on his knees like praying to for his god to survive.
Oh man.
So we're in kind of an absolute state of pandemonium at this
Yeah.
point in the adventure, and we have run over a little bit. We
We
usually
have.
don't